Hey there, Toonami faithful, and welcome back aboard Toonami Absolution, where we talk about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. Once again, we are your hosts. My name is Alex.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John, and we're rounding out the Jadeite saga of Sailor Moon with two episodes. Episode 9, Cruise Blues, which in Japan was episode 12, I Want a Boyfriend, the luxury cruise ship is a trap. And episode 10, Fight to the Finish, which in Japan is episode 13, Girls Unite, the End of Jadeite. I wonder what happens in that episode.
Yeah,
I'm so upset we have to say goodbye to Jadeite.
it's true of just about any Japanese episode or movie title. It's always to the point and always like, return my Gohan or great big massive fight. Yeah, when it comes to Jedi plots, we've done theme parks, we've done like TV or spas. Yeah, let's just throw cruise ships in the mix now
He,
too.
he very nearly has done the full YMCA,
Yeah, yes,
full village
He's been
people.
working on it.
He's only got one left, but he won't ever get to do that, bless his heart.
yeah.
I love Jadeite. Jadeite is the most committed to the bit. First of all, we all just need to give respect for the commitment that he has. Second of all, the monster girl he's hanging out with, Tishin, Taita,
Yeah,
Titan,
tighter, yeah.
Taita.
That's how she says it.
Her interest in Jadeite is only like outweighed by his interests in costumes. Like,
That's
he's
fair. Yeah.
uninterested.
What I love is her voice veers between sort of classic femme fatale and kindergarten teacher.
All right, Jedi, let's take some time to do the plan.
It really sounds like Miss Rachel somehow ended up joining the Dark Kingdom. I'm not entirely sure.
It's like Miss Rachel, but she's like 3 cigarettes in.
Yeah.
And weirdly obsessed with boats.
Boats, boats, boats.
This is
Yeah.
the episode, of course, this is the episode that literally launched 1,000 ships. This is the episode why the Amy and Sailor Mars pairing is a thing, because they very heavily imply it here.
But I do have to throw it out there. Tuxedo Mask gets to do something this episode.
Not in the boat, he doesn't. He gets in the fight at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
In these two episodes, we get a fair bit of Tuxedo Mask, right?
He gets some dialogue.
Can I just point out something I find extremely funny about the dub?
Hmm.
In that at a certain point, instead of calling him Tuxedo Mask, they refer to him as Tuxedo, as if it's his first name. And I love that. I don't know why.
Don't
It's
call
just
him
it hit me in the brain, and I'm like, yes.
Mr. Mask. No, please call him Tuxedo. Mr. Mask was my father's name.
Yeah.
Also, we should probably talk about Tuxedo Mask in Fight to the Finish. Apparently, he's delivering his lines over the phone. The voice acting in Fight to the Finish just goes off for some bizarre reason. I can't work out why. It's just a much lower quality for some reason.
I also, just to stay on this track with him, can we, when he shows up as Darien, after Serena is so excited about Andrew liking her, he's just so needlessly mean to a child to the point where people around them are watching it happen and he has to leave.
I like that he's also brandishing the shoe. Like he's about to it's like, go before I strike you kind of energy.
Yeah.
He's picking on this little girl in the street and everybody around them is like, hey man, that's not cool.
Yeah, do you kind of think like when the Crystal Tokyo reforms, that just comes up when they're talking to Chibiusa. How do you met your father? Well, he really beat me with my own shoe.
Yeah.
In the street.
Sailor pushes her like yeah, don't ask about this, man. It's
Yeah. Whenever he wasn't in costume, he was just a jerk.
unless you know
Yeah.
small lady.
Again, Andrew is the superior love interest at this point. I'm throwing it out there. Andrew is the superior love
I
interest.
love at the start of Fight to the Finish where they had the bit of her looking at the constellations, and one is Andrew and one is Tuxedo Mask, and they merge to form one being. And like imagine if the same thing, like basically playing off, they look nothing alike. These two people are clearly not the same person.
I kind of want it to be Andrew now, though. I forgot how much Darien sucked, and now I just remember how much Darien sucks.
Oh, he really does. There's just a few. These episodes have some of the oddest changes we saw in this arc, actually. So in the first episode where they're doing the tombola to win the cruise tickets, Usagi in Japan wins tissues, not soap. which they decided that was a needed change. And when they're in the sort of crew's quarters and they're looking at the weird ball thing, that isn't the energy draining machine in Japan. That's just a crystal ball to spy on the passengers. For some reason, they decided that they can't have them spying on them, so they have to make that the energy draining machine. But it doesn't look anything like the disco ball later on. And then for the second episode, we get Jadeite's message where he basically goes full Palpatine in Fortnite. They really changed that heavily. They added lightning in America, which wasn't in Japan. There's a smoke effect over the whole thing that wasn't in Japan, I guess, to make the fire look less obvious. And they also cut a weird. If you see when the girls are talking about going to fight at the airport, the animation gets a bit weird for a brief second. That's because they're slowing that clip down, because there is a joke in Japan where Usagi makes a stupid comment and the other two girls face plant onto the floor. They didn't want that, so they removed it and just slowed all the animation. And all the scenes with the police officers, their order's been changed for very little reason.
That's weird. That is very weird. I have to go back and rewatch with that knowledge now.
It's there's just like lots of just weird little changes.
Is there anything like, as someone that's like more steeped in this, is there anything when it comes to replacing the police officers with our, putty men?
No, they are fake in Japan as well.
Okay.
I do like that they're putties. I did enjoy that they're putties.
There is quite a fun little nod, which is left in this version. You'll note where Mercury's little computer describes them as Haniwa, which is, it says directive Haniwa on our computer. Haniwa is a traditional Japanese grave marker, which would make sense for the mud. But the directive and Haniwa are both characters from Shitara Ishimori's Skullman, which was the manga that would become Kamen Rider. And he's also the guy who made Super Sentai, and Sailor Moon is very inspired by Super Sentai. So it's a nice little nod towards the inspiration.
Nice. I like that. Yeah. That's cool.
This is also the origin of the Mars hates cops meme that you'll see pushed around quite often.
Mars does hate cops. I do also got to point out, like, just in the scene where they like reveal the machine and Mars and Mercury are like still okay, and then Tisha is just like, "You don't have boyfriends? What are you doing here?" Like, we're like, she's so insulting about it, and you just watch these two girls be like, "Why?"
What I like about the sequence is it feels like it's edited the wrong way around, because she changes into a monster, does that, then Amy are like, "Oh, something's wrong here." Yes, her face has just come off, girls. Keep up.
Please, please.
She started off by saying, "Now for some black magic." I think in your situation, if someone around you says the phrase black magic, you should just be allowed to shoot without asking questions.
I mean, in America, you would be.
Well, I mean, we are in Boston.
That's true. We are in Boston.
This is set in America, as you can tell by the weird raffles at supermarkets, which of course are very common.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically set in like Cambridge, Massachusetts.
New England, of course. It's known for it, really. But
Molly is going to tell you all about it.
The raffles you can cheat at with your psychic powers, because that's what being a Shrine Maiden's all about.
So
they're big Patriots fans out there.
Yeah. So when it comes to we kind of mentioned this at the top, but as much as we love Jadeite, because we've been fawning over how ridiculous and how much he sticks to his own script, this is his last stand. He does get permanently crystallized by the end of this run. What do we think of these last two plots?
He gets eternal sleep, which I want to point out is not a dubbing thing. That is how it is referred to. They are just more in Japan. They're more hardcore on it being just like it's a permanent death.
I hate it because it's like, wait, Queen Beryl, I know who the Sailor Scouts are, and she pulls a full Megatron and is like, I don't want this information that could be very extremely valuable to my cause. I just want to kill this guy and get the dude who's not allowed within 500 feet of a school out here. Like,
to be fair to Beryl, she does absolutely whiff the line at the start of the episode, because she says, "For the punishment of eternal sleep condemns you for the most profound darkness forever." That's not how English works, Beryl. And I just guess we're not re-recording it, so...
We don't have the money for that. We filmed this on $50.
Just the most bizarre... Like, really, guys?
But yeah,
Oh,
final
I
plots of Jadeite. Yeah.
I love the cruise ship makes sense. It's the last one, fight to the finish, which is the funniest because it's I'm going to appear over the city, hoping they see this. I'm going to threaten everybody and presume this is just going to work, and we're going to have a fight at an airport for
Yeah.
no particular reason, apart from the fact my power allows me to throw planes at people, which I've no idea how that worked in the Silver Millennium because it's implied that they had these powers before. So I guess the Silver Millennium had airports, and that was just Jedi was just really good at them.
Yes.
It's
And
I
I'm going to
also
replace the police with putties.
yes, which is a better plan than
Then
hitting people
show.
with an airplane.
Yes, yeah.
I also love that Usagi and her friends went to the Prometheus school of running away from things. Girls, when a big object is chasing you, just move. You exist in 3D space.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
That would take too much budget to animate. So we're gonna go straight.
Also,
Yeah.
just you're near a building, just go inside. What's he gonna do? Get it through the door?
The airport plot is extremely weird. We're just throwing planes around. Okay.
I mean, yeah, part of it's fueled out of desperation, right?
Yeah.
Like Queen Barrel's like, this is it. Like this is your last chance.
I kind of agree with her if this is his ultimate plan. It's like, I could just burn the city down because apparently I have the powers to do this. But no, I'm going to invite you to an airport and hope I can beat you there.
Yeah.
There's something very Wile E. Coyote about Jadeite when I really think about it. He very much just wants to come up with these Rube Goldberg machines.
Yeah.
And you know what? Respect to the man. I am going to miss him. Because again, Nephrite is not allowed within 500 feet of a school. So say what you want about Jedi. At least he
Even,
wasn't hitting on 14-year-old girls.
even the cruise ship plan is bizarrely overcomplicated because, like, we're going to make this fake ship, which apparently we've brought. Apparently, it's a junker. We're not just going to steal a boat, but we're going to make that. We're going to gather everyone, then steal their energy, and then profit.
Then dump the bodies in the harbor, obviously.
Also, we get apparently members of the crew on that ship are human because there's the guy who says, "Oh, we're ready to take off, sir." He's a human. So Jedi went to the job center. Like, hey, look, I need like a small naval crew. What for? Well, we're not going around the Horn. We're just going to do a little cruise. He was like on blooming Task Rabbit. Like, I need people who could sail ships.
Do you
Pirates
expect
not
Jedi
accepted.
to do it himself? Like, do you think he knows how to like?
The
Do you think
rest
he knows how
were
to sail a ship?
monsters. Just this one guy isn't. Oh, I just have a question for you.
Hmm.
When Usagi does her disguise pen to become Boy Sagi, what does she describe her photographer as? I couldn't work it out.
Sporty.
Oh, is it sporty? Okay, that explains the hair.
A sporty looking photographer.
I heard it as spawny. I was like,
Spawn.
Like Todd McFarlane?
yeah.
Todd
Sporty?
McFarlane, Spawn.
Spawn.
Turn out the lights.
We also get Usagi and Jedi nearly falling in love, which is the whole thing.
I love Usagi holding on to Jedi's arm and being like, oh, he's so dreamy. And he's like, I've seen this bitch before.
Which follows him going, wait a minute, why am I being so nice? It's like, just Jedi, his weird, like, sudden moment of self-reflection. Like, nearly made progress, but slam the door.
It's because he's too in character. I think that's what happened. Is he got way too in character and he had to like find his way out, kind of like Daniel Day-Lewis.
He just got too into the role. He went too method,
which is like which, to be fair, is on brand for him. Is 100% on brand for him.
100% on brand. I would watch his one-man show in a heartbeat.
It's just amazing. I love how a big plot point in this episode is that all three girls decide we're going to try and flirt with members of a cruise ship crew at the same time. And that's the essential point. If any of those girls went, you know what? I'm not going to flirt with the underpaid service workers, we wouldn't have a story.
Look, as a person who has been an underpaid service worker, half of your job is getting flirted with. Like, that's the whole point.
Were you hired by an evil extraplanetary organization at any point?
Well, I was a bartender at age 18, so yes.
I say, well, wonder what the Dark Kingdom HR training is like.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Fridays.
It's just 15 slides of Pitch the Queen Beryl saying you will die if you fail me.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
you just file an HR report in the Dark Kingdom and then you just get like crystallized immediately.
Yeah.
we also get
Beautiful.
another great moment in this episode is we get the sailor says because again we have these two episodes.
Oh, these ones are so good.
What are the lessons we have learned? I think one of the lessons is check the seaworthiness of your vessels before going on a cruise, and when at an airport, don't stand in front of planes. These are the two lessons I think we can take away. But no, we get Sailor Moon falling over Jadeite again. Yet today I got taken in by his cool eyes and his deep, rich voice and his really cute curls. I have a feeling the voice actor may have asked for a rewrite on that. Like, just, could you put in my voice is really nice? Is it just I want it for like on my posters. I'm just gonna have it on. Yeah, no
Part of the
matter who you
tutorial.
are, guy or girl, don't settle for someone who treats you badly. Someone may be cute, but if someone hurts you in any way or makes you feel badly about yourself, it's time to get help and move on.
If someone touches you in a place or in a way you don't like, that's no good.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. It's like if your boyfriend does turn out to be a spy for the Dark Kingdom,
You should dump him.
Yeah. Sonic told me to.
he
Sonic
didn't
told me to.
ask my rabbis, which Sonic did at one point.
Yeah.
But then the second one is like a lot of people say life is tough. Doesn't mean let yourself get walked on. Exercise your body, challenge your mind to be the best you can be. Know what you want and go for it. You're right. Plan to be your best self. It's like not really the
That's a lesson about the planes.
Yeah.
or the fact that like, if a man appears in the sky challenging you to a fight, probably best to not go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam, would you go and fight Jedi if he appeared in the sky?
Would I have all the other Sailor Scouts?
Well, would depend which. Oh, wait, of the three Sailor Scouts, which would you be?
Probably Mars. Almost assuredly Mars.
Or at least you've got an offensive attack in that case.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
what what are my the options at this point of the series? Look at what you're giving me. It's going to be Mars.
yeah. It's Moon who can work once in 10. A Savo spray which does nothing. Mars or maybe Luna with a knife.
Luna with a knife. You know what? I think that's who I am. I'm Luna with a knife.
This is the one out of the episode we get to see Savo spray do damage. The monster does react to it for once rather than just being like I can't see. She just like the stumble back of like when you get shot in an old movie.
Yeah.
You've got to give a monologue. It's like, oh,
Yeah. It's
remember
the
me
no.
as a cruise ship.
yeah, it's the Sanford and Son, like Elizabeth, I'm coming to Georgia.
Oh, so
I wish the monster would have said that.
I'm coming Elizabeth.
Because obviously the show is set in Georgia, so you could probably go there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where all the monsters come from.
Boston, Georgia.
They're just right next to each other, really.
America's about 2 blocks. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's New York, Boston, Texas. Like that's the entirety of America.
Oh,
Yeah.
talking of the cruise ship episode, we must pay respect to the most 90s line that's ever been uttered in fiction. I entered a computer contest on the internet. You know, the writer hit end was like, yeah, I'm down with the kids.
Yeah.
I'm
That
cool.
writer was like, there's my Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Like
Internet. I'm as hip and relevant as it gets.
calls Al Gore being like, I mentioned it. I did the thing. Click.
Yeah.
Look at me, kids. Look at me, cousins. I'm very cool. I know about you and your computers.
The computers. I do want to talk a little bit about, during the final fight episode when Sailor Moon is like, man, we probably shouldn't go to that airport. And everybody's like, are you sick? Are you okay?
It's the
Like-
one time she's been logical so far, and everyone's like, no.
And everyone immediately takes the piss. And she's like, well, I'm not doing this anymore. Screw it. I'm going to be a goofball for life. Relatable.
I also just love the fact the whole thing is like, oh, he's leading us into a trap. Well, yes, he literally asked you come here and fight me. Of course, it's a trap.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really like a hidden thing. Or,
No, he appears in the sky.
it's like, oh, you fight me.
Did everyone see that?
Yes.
Everyone saw
Yeah.
that,
We
right?
get the thing about the police believe it to be a hoax, which I quite like, because that's not how you'd word that statement. Because, like,
It was a weather balloon.
Yeah.
what's the thing about the CIA trying to project God into the sky? Whatever that Project Blue Light or whatever they called it.
Like, you got to imagine, like, if the internet truly existed, not just dial up AOL for the kids who don't know out there. Internet used to be a 56K modem,
Yeah.
but in the pre 56K modem days, like there would be panic in the streets. I don't know, like what these are the most calm people.
I mean, I hope you don't expect this major moment of the Dark Kingdom revealing themselves to the entire city to become plot relevant, because it isn't. We never bring it up again. It just kind of happens.
No one
Uh,
cares.
I mean, we established last episode that buses are going missing and no one cares. 50 people vanished at a theme park, and apparently that's A-OK.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon is set in an alternative Japan where we're just really okay with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, alternative Boston, Japan, doesn't really care about disappearances.
Uh, my
I mean,
my favorite thing is that all the kids apparently want to go to the airport to, I guess, watch a fight.
That typical teenager stuff. That makes sense, actually.
they heard about it in the sky. Again, they heard about it in the sky. It's yeah.
God told me that he was going to fight a bunch of little girls.
Yeah.
Well, also the Sense aren't that well known at this point, so it's like God is going to come and fight someone I don't fully know.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is on brand. Again, I have to say it is again on brand. He is going to go if he knows that he is on the cusp of being like if Queen Beryl is fed up with his shit, which she is because she's vocalized this. Like, yes, he's going to take the biggest stage possible, Mr. Fitness Guru, cruise ship man, uh, any theme park like operator. Like he is going to take the biggest possible sky message, literal sky message, announce it to the world, and yeah, it's even though it's yeah, it's Sailor Moon, guys.
Sailor Moon, guys.
also, he got so lucky. He was looking out of the window at that specific moment in time.
Yeah.
I gotta throw this out here because I love Sailor Moon, right? And I've rewatched parts of it and I've watched the new series, and I just think to myself, nobody ever talks about how freaking weird Sailor Moon is. Like nobody, that never comes up in conversation because everybody's like, "Oh man, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that's so freaking weird." No, it's not. No, it's not. Like after part two, JoJo gets pretty calm by anime standards. Sailor Moon stays weird.
Especially in his early one where we are throwing, because again, remember, Jadeite dies in about episode 3 of the manga. He meets Mars, and his first response is, "You look weird, I'm going to burn you to death." And that's
Yes.
all we see of him. All of this after is them trying to add filler in increasingly bizarre ways.
Yes, but we love Jedi, so we go with it.
We do.
We do.
I also do like Jadeite deciding he's going to come out of the water like Jesus. That was quite fun.
Love that for him.
And
Yeah.
Tuxedo Mask can't swim, apparently. Because I just like Tuxedo Mask in this episode is treated like he's Sonic the Hedgehog. He touches water, dead.
Tuxedo Mask continues to be Tuxedo Mask. So useless. It's
Like
so
I said,
beautiful.
we do get some primo Tuxedo Mask in these 2 episodes.
We do.
I mean, is he? Yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
He's definitely here.
He sure is.
Usagi's definitely enamored with him. It's it's a whole thing.
Like
He doesn't get his cool speeches yet, though, which is kind of sad. His speeches so far when throwing roses have been quite weak.
he throws a rose, he goes, "Believe in yourself, girls," and then he's out of there.
Yeah.
Like, and
Have
you know
fun
what?
with yeah, have fun with this big fight. That's clearly.
I love this episode. He arrives, he looks down at Jen and goes, "Still picking on young girls." It's like compared to Japan, where he's saying it's like the night of lovers is the power of poetry. Here it's just like, "Oi, you stop it."
Boy, knock it off. But at the same time, it was you, Darian. You were picking on young girls.
Yes, but he's
You're
allowed.
casting stones.
He's allowed to because he's the king. He can do whatever he wants.
He can pick on whatever little girls he wants.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll beat you with your own shoe, but it's cool because I'm the kid.
because in 5,000
That's
years,
the line of
we're
line.
going to be married, so it's a-okay.
Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah.
Live action Sailor Moon, but Tuxedo Mask is instead played by Bruce Campbell.
Have they
Yes,
ever have they ever done? I know they've had like stage productions, but have they ever
Yes,
done a live action
it's
yes,
Sailor
so
pretty
Moon?
bad.
pretty
Oh.
Guardian Sailor Moon.
It is so
It's
bad.
I mean, one of the Sailor Scouts gets cancer. What more do you want?
She does. That's right. Oh my god.
And there's the special DVD where they fight a load of clowns. That's going on the list. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon was a Toei production, so it was basically using anyone who wasn't currently working on Kamen Rider and some girls. It also features my favorite piece of production detail in the world. Luna is played by a stuffed toy
Yeah.
because originally they wanted to get an actual cat, but realized we can't get this cat to sit down or do whatever we want. It won't do it. We can't CG it. That would cost too much money. What's the easiest way of doing it? We'll just go to the store and buy the official Luna plush toy and just wiggle its arms in cutaway shots. It's the best thing ever.
I love that. I love that high school drama production energy.
I need
It
to.
really is that is captures pretty Guardian Sailor Moon of just how what's the cheapest way we can get this done. It's
Is this like? Can I learn of how does one learn of this power? I need to watch this.
it does feature Evil Mercury, which has another of my favorite moments in the entire show.
Yeah, is it
Because
possible to learn this power?
you can import the DVDs and enjoy it. But there's my favorite is Evil Mercury says it's off topic.
Yeah.
She obviously starts dressing and acting evil, very clearly evil. So they have to come up with like, well, she has to go to school to talk to Usagi. So how do we do that? So she just randomly comes out of a classroom and goes, "I've brainwashed the entire school so I can keep coming to school." And that's all. That's how we get around that plot point. She can just walk around with black eyeliner on, monologuing about "I'm so evil" and no one
I mean,
cares.
I mean that's how I went to high school. I don't know how you guys did it, but that's how I
I
experienced
mean,
it.
I just wore a suit and a mask and threw flowers at people.
I need to find this, apparently.
You do. You can also enjoy there's a musical where Sailor Moon fights Dracula, which is also fun.
There is a musical where Sailor Moon fights Dracula, and it's so good.
We're slowly introducing the thing. Sailor Moon is wacky normally, so when you get to the filler stuff where you usually have to get more wacky, they have to get even wackier, and it just becomes a whole.
Look, like I said, people always saying JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's so weird. No, I refuse. J'ai
Oh,
refusé.
yeah. So Jadeite is dead though.
Yeah,
No
I
And I
more.
mean,
just said that.
He's
yeah, so
gone.
this is it. He's permanently crystallized in the eternal sleep, as John put it, or I guess barrel in the.
No, that
Wait,
is.
how did she word it again? Like how
Oh, her butchered line. Wait a second. It took me quite a while to transcribe it because it was so butchered.
The voice actress just like read it wrong.
For the punishment of eternal sleep condemns you for the most profound darkness forever.
Rolls right.
Put that on a
The
t-shirt,
snow's on
Terry.
Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
The
The
Oh,
snow's
six-foot
on Mount
jump.
Fuji.
But
Um,
well, I wanted to say like we're kind of coming to the end of season one. Like how was looking back at these 10 and kind of me reintroducing myself to Sailor Moon for the first time in decades. What are some of your thoughts as we kind of close out this core of Sailor Moon and kind of,
I'm definitely having a moment of going like, man, I have over the years forgotten a lot of this and assimilated my memories of this and the Japanese one together. Because I said well, we had it like last week with Nightmare and Dreamland. We're like, I love this episode as a kid. I have no idea why, because it's not. Like I don't remember this cruise ship episode a lot. I remember the planes being just again, even as a kid, that kind of like, why are we fighting in an airport now? Yeah, I still love this. It's so goofy. Though the deep dub does let it down. These are a lot better in either the Japanese or the Toei dub the later one does a lot better.
Yeah.
This is an interesting curiosity, but not how I'd give it to people.
yeah. Like I agree with that. I think that watching the Deep Dub is a lot of fun on the nostalgia level. There's like so much fun going back to these voices and these names that I know from being a little kid. Not to get too meta, but I want Jadeite and Yamcha to have their own manga. because I want us to have our special boys in their special place manga.
The lads.
That's really lads, the manga. I want that. But yeah, I like coming back to this. It's kind of like, slipping into a warm bath in a weird way. It's comforting, which I like. What about you, Sam? How are you feeling about this since
It's
you're
so weird. It's so, I think if you guys at home have noticed this compared to the other things we've covered on Toonami Absolution, it's the one where I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm
yeah.
sitting this and I'm like looking at like all these like elaborate plots and all like centered around like life-sucking plans. I'm looking at all these like weird dubs of stuff and I'm just like, okay, what are we? Okay, all right. Like I'm used to
Oh,
like early Dragon Ball and early like Pokemon, but what exactly? Okay, we're localizing it like this. Okay, Sailor says, fine. Okay, all right.
Just here for the ride. This
Yeah.
I
does, however, mark a turning point for Toonami Absolution, though. So,
yes.
we want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we can do it. So we are going to be dropping off Sailor Moon after this. We kind of considered Sailor Moon didn't really have season breaks in the normal way. So we're considering this the end of an arc, effectively. But
Kind of
basically,
like Dragon Ball didn't have breaks, yeah.
yeah, basically we want to cover everything. We want to cover all Toonami, all the Cartoon Network, and all that stuff. We don't want to be covering one show for the next 3 years nonstop because that would hurt Sam.
We could come back to it. I
Oh,
can
we
like,
we
yeah.
will be, but we are going to be
We
breaking
will
up
be.
these longest. Next time I get the chance, you're coming straight back here, man. We've got to get to the cousins. It's my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We,
have the memes prepared. But yeah, we're going to be breaking up these longer shows like Sailor Moon when we get to Dragon Ball into more manageable chunks, just so we're not spending the next couple of years watching one show forever because it'll get boring for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Just like regular shows have programming breaks, even if Sailor Moon didn't necessarily during this initial broadcast run, we're structuring it like seasons. So just consider this the end of season one, even though I'm aware that there are actual season breaks for the home video release, and this isn't it in either dub, but yeah.
We're not going to get on to how weird the video releases were. But yes, next week we'll be back with a different anime series, and I don't have a few ideas what that is. We'll leave the reveal for next week. But yeah, we'll come back here eventually. I have more. I'm approaching this with Sam in the same way. You know how in Hellraiser when they open the box, it's like we have such wonders to show you. That's what I'm feeling.
Oh
We
yeah,
will
oh
be
yeah.
back.
So
The
I'm
wonders
like
of
I'm Frank in this situation. Jesus wept, and I just get ripped apart.
yes, but rather than being ripped apart, it's Molly talking about her hair.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I can't do the voice. I'm not going to try.
I can do the voice. I
Alex,
don't do a lot of work on my hair.
That
My
uh,
hair is my pride. Anyway.
Yeah, that does mean we have to lean into Alex's favorite Queen Beryl associate when we come back.
oh yes, we're getting when we come back. We'll get to the Nephrite arc, and though things will start becoming a bit more logical then, because
And
that's
more Sailor Scouts. Like I said way back when, I was like, yeah, I forget. We're not going to get a lot of these Sailor Scouts like for a long time, are we?
nope.
And we sure haven't.
We've got no Jupiter, no Venus yet, though. Yeah, we're at episode 13 in Japan. We won't be seeing Venus until 33. She doesn't join the team until 35.
Yeah.
Anime
Jupiter
used to
is my
move.
favorite Sailor Scout, so
Yeah, anime used to move slow back in the day. Like, well,
yeah, it wasn't
Dyma.
all Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
This has been
We
this has
weren't all
been
coming in here like Jujutsu Kaisen, everything getting figured out right away.
Yeah, but Jujutsu Kaisen also has a battle against Akuna that lasts how long?
Look, I don't want to talk about this WWE wrestling match, okay? The best thing the anime can do for that is change it, but
don't worry, it won't be.
it won't be.
It'll be like Attack on Titan.
Or talking about One Punch Man season two, it's like, are you sure, guys? Like, are you sure?
Like, but are you sure though?
Then that fight will be like Attack on Titan. They'll get to the end, then there'll be like a new season that is just that fight. We'll just keep having the last fight over and over again from now
Yeah.
until the end of time.
Yeah, and the compilation movie that accompanies it.
Oh no.
Forever and forever and forever.
Forever and for always. Looking at you, the next Jujutsu Kaisen compilation movie that's just capitalizing on Gojo's popularity.
But really, they're taking inspiration from Sailor Moon. Instead of the eternal sleep, it's the eternal franchise. It just never stops.
He is the one, Sailor Moon.
He is
But
the one. Jadeite.
we-
He is dead.
He is dead. Do we have did we do our final thoughts already?
More or less.
Uh, we could do them again. I we'll edit this later. We're having we're doing this with a deek mentality, just whatever. This was fun. I'm really glad to get back to this. I am also though wondering, 6-year-old me maybe probably didn't have the best taste. Maybe I should reevaluate.
Like I said, this was a surprising walk down memory lane. Like I thought I was used to early 90s or mid 90s anime localizations, and this reminded me that I am not.
I like that. I I'm having a good time. I like a good nostalgia trip. I am also a person who will watch terrible movies unironically, so this is perfect for me. But regardless, we have pulled into our final destination. That is right. It is time to disembark from Toonami Absolution. We want to thank you again for joining us and talking about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. Once again, we have been your hosts. My name is Alyx,
Sam.
And I'm John.
and we'll see you next time. Bang.
See you around, Space Cowboy.